Hello and welcome to the Order of the Perpetual Stew, home to all TTRPG content produced by Soup Dumpling Media. We're honored to have you at the table with us. The stories told at this table will include subjects that may not be suitable for all audiences, and as such, any content warnings will be posted in the description. Severe discretion is advised. Today's special is Echoes of the Forgotten, our D&D Legacy 5e audio drama, set in the homebrew world of Yustelia. Lovingly crafted by head chef Renegade Dumpling and sous chefs Emma Skinner, Anna Maeve, Ian Walls, Kay Purcell, and of course, Soup Bear. Settle in, folks. The main course is arriving.
Previously on Echoes of the Forgotten. Glimmerwood, the capital city of the Blooming Rift. A sprawling expanse of dark stone buildings wrapped around the roots of a gargantuan tree whose opalescent, almost translucent bark and leaves that glitter like stars stand vigil over its citizens.
And she goes,
Well, how did it go?
Badly. Quite badly.
We are beginning to run out of time.
how many more shots do we get?
That depends on you all.
We normally have more than days to plan.
I have faith in you all. You're a smart and dedicated bunch after all. I'm certain you will find a way out of this little predicament. You will bring the staff home. And we will be rid of my sister.
So, what? We just wing it this time?
No, but we have our notes. We have the notes, the plans. We can make updates to them.
We could die again. I mean, if you don't say anything and don't embarrass yourself, and we do die, at least you have a happy memory to leave off on?
The crowds do love their last words. I mean, what was the last thing you said to them before this? Is that what you want to leave off on?
No, I said we're definitely going to do it this time. That can't be the last thing.
We have been methodical up until this point. It's been a lot of recon, but this is as much recon as we can do, so now she has to be clever.
Picking your funeral outfit?
I can only hope not.
Relax, I'm joking. We won't die. I mean, this feels sacrilegious, but would it be so bad to just not revive anymore?
It sometimes seems less scary. Does that make sense? I mean, coming back over and over and over again.
We've got one more shot, at least. And you know, either we kill them or they kill us.
I am really, really, really hoping it's the first one.
7 times the charm?
Yeah. 7 times the charm.
Well, I hope you have better luck than I do. I did not leave the room all that nicely behind me. Would you like help putting it back together?
Marin is clearly going to say, no, it's fine, I will handle it myself, but then notices the overture and kind of stops, and you're welcome to. It's not a problem for me. I have some crossbow bolts to shoot into various hinges and soft surfaces as much as I can, but meditative, if nothing else. Shall we? It always feels like we're just one missed hit away, and I keep thinking that it's always my hit, the one I last missed, that...
For me, it has always been a matter of the test dummies simply do not fear me. I find it easier to strike with purpose when they flee before me.
What if we just leave? What if we don't go? What if we just run?
If we succeed, who's to say that, ultimately, we have helped these people?
I mean, we must be helping these people, right? I mean, that's what we do. We're heroes. We're fighting the good fight for the people.
They are under her gaze too. I have to trust that she would not abandon them. Our duty is still in the city on the other side, as it has always been. We must believe that she will care for them here.
And not to put too fine a point on it, but I mean, the other guys go by the demon generals?
Isla will cross the room, kind of looking ominously up into a dark, shady corner in your room, Layne. Just call out. And what do you remember of these generals we face? You look as though you've seen them in the past.
The way that they move is unnatural.
I appreciate your answers. I'm sorry to disturb your rest, and I'm sorry that Layne here has disturbed your room for so long. So it's a bust then. Well, it's good we didn't risk it, I guess.
What is the closest one, no matter how risky, that we haven't tried?
Isla will point to one on the map. What does it look like? Great GM.
There is what appears to be a town, perhaps a day or two's travel out from Dawnlight, but it does appear that it is smack in the middle of the town.
It's not ideal. The last time we tried disguises, it didn't exactly go well.
Well, they have to sleep, right? It doesn't look like it's a big settlement. If we go at night, in a plane that's eternally twilight, maybe they don't sleep. Not to get more terribly existential, but once we do finish this mission, what do we do afterwards?
There's always another mission, right?
I was thinking maybe, just for a minute at least, cocktails on the beach.
It'd be nice to take a rest, to not die for a little bit. There's a smile on Isla's face as well during this conversation, but she shoots Layne a knowing look, kind of clearly telegraphing how she thinks this mission is actually going to go.
And Layne will nod right back. Because even though Layne ain't smart, Layne understands.
This is all I've ever known.
Be careful, you might find out we're not very good company.
Nonsense.
To get to that point, we have to finish our mission first.
We are to be farmers, yes? Could we not simply have a cart pass through the gate as a civilian would?
As long as we aren't recognized, theoretically it would work.
That's what the disguise is.
I could make one of us a horse.
I volunteer to not be a horse.
You spoil sport. You would make the best horse.
Is there any chance I could be a horse there? I don't think people would try to talk to me.
Oh, I think you are sorely mistaken, my friend.
You all drift off into a decently restful slumber despite all of your anxieties. At some point, though, you feel your individual consciousnesses drift up and out of Glimmerwood, following some invisible path akin to the weave of magic. You fly out across a sea of golden wheat, then trees, and finally hit a rolling expanse of what is normally empty fields and hillsides. But tonight, it is dotted with clusters of tents and smoking campfires. You hear faint laughter and music carried by the wind, as well as an unsettling, underlying whispering. The closer you get to the camp, the louder the whisper gets. Overlapping voices getting louder and more desperate, and just before you reach the camp, every noise stops, and a voice goes, "No peeking." The moment the voice hits you, it feels like a heavy boot connects with your sternum, and in an instant you are all shunted back into your own bodies, rattled awake.
Aster falls out of bed, tangled up in her sheets, screaming, which can probably be heard. but she untangles herself quickly and bursts out of her room to see if any of you are also awake.
Layne probably sits up in bed and considers that, nods for a little bit. Then hears the screaming of the unmistakable screaming of Aster. Steps out of his room to see what happened, what's on fire.
I mean, my brain feels like it's on fire. Did you hear that?
If you're referring to your screaming, then yes, I did. Was there another sound that I missed?
Aster's gonna whip around and start heading towards Marin's room.
Right around when Aster is getting there, the door is opening and Marin is a little discomposed, which is very discomposed, I think, for Marin most times, out in the hallway with arms kind of clutched tightly to themselves and just stop short. Just, Aster, are you all right? Is something on fire?
Why does everyone think something is on... I didn't set anything on fire in my sleep this time. I swear.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Are you all right? I heard... Oh dear.
No peeking?
Yes. No peeking. You heard it too.
Yeah.
Did we all... Marin is looking down the hall in both directions for both Layne and Isla and Kai and seeing if we're all awake by now.
Layne has followed Aster off into the hallway, and Layne is awake. Layne is looking a little bit grimmer than normal, if that's even physically possible.
Marin will give a little... Marin, I think upon seeing Layne also there, actually looks less worried and more relieved and will give you a little nod of just, I'm glad you're here.
Kai dashes out of his room.
Where's Aster's fire?
It is... You set the curtains on fire 3 times, and it's all anyone talks about when you scream in the middle of the night.
Well, 3rd time's the charm.
You all look to the side, and Isla is just there, completely silent.
Ha!
I assume we all had the same dream?
Sounds like it.
Did he voice one? Yeah.
No peeking.
Well, then we probably saw something.
An encampment, fires, probably a few days from here. Somebody doesn't want to be noticed.
Did anybody notice any details? Sounds, smells, anything?
Whoever would like to can make a perception check.
I would love to. That is an 8 for Marin with their +6. They lean back against the wall, very rattled.
You got the same number as Aster, with her +1.
Great minds.
That's a crit. That's a nat 20.
Nice.
Hey!
So for a total of 20, sorry. So for a roll of 20. No bonus.
I did not roll well, so I'm going to stroke of luck to take a 20 on my die, and that'll be a 33 total.
Jeez! Good God!
So while Marin, Aster, and Kai contemplate, the other two perceive past the veil.
Oh yeah, what did you get?
Kai rolled a 12. Though in the face of a natural 20 and a 33, I think Kai is stuck on trying to remember how many sheep he'd counted before he went into this dream.
Okay, so yeah. Marin and Aster are sufficiently thrown off, because while this is similar to the way that they traverse the Weave of Magic, to be shunted back into your own body so violently has shaken the two of them up a little bit. Kai, you were able to notice at least a couple of the soldiers hanging out around the encampment, as well as a makeshift stable for the mounts that they've brought with them. Everyone in camp, the mounts included, appear to be wearing at least one garment that's the same burnt orange color as the rest. Besides that, the people are all wearing various levels of armor, from leather to plate and everything in between. Some of them don't look like they're wearing armor at all, even. Now, for the two of you that perceived through time and space, this is a much larger encampment than you were led to believe. It initially looked like a battalion, but up close you could see that it's so much more than that. This looks like an entire invading force, several thousand people strong, with distinct little hubs across various points in the plains. You'd think an invading force would be a little more organized, perhaps, but it seems like they've ended up making themselves at home here. At ease. And while you don't see them right away, before you were all forced away from the camp and back into your own bodies, you do catch a glimpse of the owner of the voice. Or at least, their back. Aside from the uniform cape and dark-colored armor, you can see that this person has long, braided, dark reddish hair streaked with gray under a burnt orange beret, and a white and gold crystalline staff with a jagged, kind of winged star at its point strapped across their back.
I don't think Layne can possibly hope to recognize the person, but do I recognize anything they're holding, like that big yellow thing?
Make a history check.
You want me to make? Okay, well, here we go.
Well, you asked the question.
I did, that's true. Okay, let's see. That's a 13 with... so that's now a 12.
You don't recognize what they're holding, but the image of this person, even though it is just the back, does stir some kind of memory up for you. You swear that you've seen them before, but you can't quite place it, especially because it's from the back.
Do I recognize anything about them since I saw it as well?
You got a 33. I'm not going to make you history check that one.
Okay.
You would have recognized this person, though you've never gotten quite this close to them before. The burnt orange uniform and braided dark red hair. Even the way she taunts you rings a clear bell. This is the quote-unquote flying one.
Flower petals. That's who that was.
Flower petals? Oh.
So the generals are with the army coming here.
But we have time, right?
How badly do we need that staff?
I mean, it's supposed to be some mystical item, right?
The mother commanded it.
I assume the staff we're after is still in the city. Do we go after it? Do we face the generals? This is the first time that they've not been in the same place.
That means it's safe, right? Right?
Yeah?
So we go in, we get the staff, we come back, we kick their ass, and then we go on with our lives?
This could be the least defended it will ever be. This could be the best shot we will ever have.
This feels weird. Does this feel weird to anyone else?
I think perhaps we've gotten under their skin. They're coming here to destroy this place to stop us from reincarnating, to stop us from trying again. If we do get the staff and then we go after the generals, we have to have a contingency plan. Somebody has to be responsible for getting the staff away, just in case we start to fall.
I don't feel good about leaving any of you.
I mean, I think if we do die, for real, might as well be all together.
Please forgive me for trying to sound smart, perhaps. The armies we saw are much larger than we were led to believe. Who's to say that they are not also faster than we are led to believe? Perhaps the evacuation should happen tonight. Perhaps. I do not know. My head hurts now.
I was wondering the same. If we manage to get the staff, we cannot lose it to the generals again in battle. Even if we face them afterwards, we somehow have to get the staff back. We have to complete our mission.
Isla's right. We do.
Well, at least we don't have to dress up for the gala. We can go straight to our mission and skip all of the tediousness of having to say goodbye. We'll be back. We're always back.
Yeah. They'll just have to throw us a victory gala.
That does seem more bearable, by the strong measure.
We can get you a bigger hat and perhaps a more fitting title this time.
You know, kind of like this one.
The hat or the title?
We wear everything for a reason.
So, are you starting the evacuation tonight?
Who do we need to... Who essentially is overseeing that we might need to go speak to? Is it Tally, who we spoke to before, or is it elsewhere, others in Glimmerwood?
Thankfully, it's not Tally, as Tally is just your wrangler. But it would be the head priest of the temple and the head of the city guard. You can choose to split up, or you can all go together. But you would need to talk to those two people about alerting the citizens of Glimmerwood that there is no time for parties anymore. They have to go now.
I will happily speak to those at the temple, for my part. Does anyone wish to go find the captain of the guard?
I will go to find the guard. But I should not be allowed to do the speaking. I am persuasive in a different sort of way.
I'll come with you.
Marin, do you mind if I come with you? The captain kind of scares me.
Not at all. You're very welcome.
Okay. So Marin and Kai are going to see the head of the temple, Father Amos. And Layne and Isla are going to see the head of the guard, Captain Mountain River. We'll start with the head of the guard. Layne and Isla, the two of you make your way out of the Temple of Shade Solace. It's dead quiet. The streets of Glimmerwood are empty, and oddly peaceful despite what you know is coming. Isla, you can see, as though they've sensed your disturbance, shades of all shapes and sizes peeking around corners and giving you worried looks as the two of you hurriedly walk past them on the way to the guard station. The door to the station is opened by a stout old man with deep wrinkles lining the bits of his face that aren't covered with gray hair. What are you two doing out here in the middle of the night? What could possibly be happening?
Bearing bad news, unfortunately.
Well, come in. What do you mean, bad news? And he steps out of the way of the door to allow the two of you in. He seems to be the only one awake.
Isla kind of paces the room, as if sweeping it, just kind of out of habit, really, more than anything. The city's in more danger than we expected. The army that is approaching us is larger than what we've been told. I think it's moving faster. We need to begin the evacuation now.
Oh. Well, He rubs his face, smacks himself a little bit to wake himself up. Right. We were supposed to prepare for this contingency.
Have you not?
No, unfortunately. We thought we had more time. I will wake my men, and we will begin sounding the alarm.
I think a bit of haste is warranted in this situation.
Yes, I'm sure you're right. And he starts walking in one direction, stops, pivots, starts walking in the other direction. He goes, "Oh dear." Right. And he walks off deeper into the barracks, and somewhere you can hear a kind of deep gonging sound from a bell, and people start to sleepily file out of their rooms, going, what's happening? What's wrong? It's the middle of the night. And the captain goes, change of plans, gentlemen. The evacuation is happening now. And there are a lot of discontented mutterings through all of these people who have just been woken up out of their sleep. But the captain snaps at them. You have a duty to Glimmerwood, as do they. And he gestures at you and Layne. They are doing their part, and we must do ours. Move.
The guards begin to scatter, pulling on bits of armor as they go, sheathing swords and strapping shields to their arms as they pour out into the street. And with that, we'll jump over to Marin and Kai. It's easier to find the quarters of Father Amos. He does not make where he's sleeping private for this exact reason, in case somebody needs him. You knock on the door, and a tall, middle-aged man with salt and pepper hair answers, rubbing the sleep out of his eyes.
Oh, Marin, Kai. I heard a ruckus. Are you all right?
Good evening, Father. We're sorry to wake you so suddenly. We are, not, in a word. There is danger afoot. The approaching forces are far closer, and we fear faster than is safe for the people of Glimmerwood. The Hands have elected to initiate evacuation now. We can't wait until tomorrow.
You see him pause for a moment and really consider what you are saying. You have always been a bright one, Marin. I trust what you are saying. I trust your judgment. We must begin rousing the acolytes. If the two of you would not mind in assisting, we will need everyone to be on high alert then, if they are closer than the mother has told us. But she will protect us, I'm sure.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, I am sure she will. Thank you.
He gives you a nod and goes, I assume you are then taking your leave for your next attempt. Be safe, be well, and I hope you return victorious.
We'll do our best.
We hope so too.
He gently shuts the door behind you so he can begin packing and dressing more appropriately for the amount of work and travel that he simply wasn't expecting to do yet. But of course, no one else was either. And before long, the entire city is awake. Acolytes are rushing around with crates of books and papers. People are stuffing clothes and belongings into trunks and wagons. Guards are hoisting children and supplies into caravans in the streets. It's not organized, but not entirely chaos either. The tension in the air is palpable. Everyone was expecting to have a little more time. Eventually, you all meet back up.
Aster has gathered new replacement armors and items and things, and she's also changed into her traveling clothes. But you can tell by the way she's wringing her hands on her staff that she's also feeling the nervous energy of the city.
It's working. It's working there. This is good, right? This is good for the people.
It is certainly better than the alternative.
Do you think we should, I don't know, say something to them?
It seems like a little bit of chaos out there. If we could, I don't know how many we'd be able to gather at one time, but we could try. Or should we strike out to where we are most needed now, be that the city or the portal, or what is the best place for us in all of this?
Our mission is the staff. It always has been.
If we get that, then I don't know, maybe this evacuation was just a precaution. maybe everything turns out fine.
I say we seek the staff. The people of the Glimmerwood will always be hunted, so long as their enemies have a deity that supports them. We get the staff. We enlist the help of the Rift Mother. And we cut off this infection at its source.
Yes. Yes, that is what we should do.
Without the staff, this evacuation is for nothing.
With how much haste can we get to that portal? Isla, do you think?
GM, how far was it?
If you go now and you go full bore, you could get there by the morning. But that also means ignoring anything you might perceive on the way.
We could be there as soon as sunrise if we ignore everything else.
I think we must. I think we must go. I think we must go very, very quickly.
They didn't want us looking at them anyway.
True. Marin will depart into her room and begin, as we've still been in our night things after being woken, will begin strapping on her armor.
Is there anything anyone would like to do before you depart the city?
I have something. DM, may I use 10 minutes to cast Find Greater Steed?
Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Alright. It doesn't require a save or anything like that, but I would like it to take the form and the stat block of a periton.
What is a periton?
It looks a bit like a cross between a deer and an eagle.
Oh, that's kind of horrifying, actually. But yeah, go for it. I hate looking at this thing, actually.
Well, you wouldn't have to look at it for very long with any luck. Having summoned the periton, I would like to find some time to get Marin alone, if at all possible.
Definitely possible. Is just gets ready with, speedy efficiency, and then is just, again, is trying to pace in a way that does not unduly frustrate everyone else, but is pacing nonetheless, as she frequently does, just out in the halls.
Layne approaches you with a periton essentially in tow. It's a medium creature, so it's not hugely out of place, but it is a little bit out of place.
Marin just kind of stops and is staring, not like completely affronted, but just, it's very early in the morning, and this is not the strangest thing of the day, but what in the world?
Marin, this is a periton. It has no name. I had no time to give it one. I fear. What strange words coming from my mouth in these strange times. I fear we will not have time for the hands as 5 to return the staff. You have always been the one with the greatest tie to the Rift Mother. You have invoked her aid, I have seen it. If worse comes to worst, I would like you to take the periton as far, as quickly away as possible with the staff. You can enlist the Rift Mother's help, as you have shown. It is fast. It is good at dodging aerial attacks. And I believe it will serve you well, should it come to this. But it will stay by my side until that time comes. I do not wish to alarm the others. I certainly do not wish to make you a bigger target. I have great faith in you.
You can see Marin in real time looking so quietly stricken and devastated as her tactical, strategic agreement that it is necessary for someone to take the staff if worst comes to worst fights with the thing she wishes to do least in the world, which is abandon any of you. And after a very long moment of weighing that, they nod and... You are wise, and you are right. And if necessary, I will do as you say. I hope so desperately to the Rift Mother and beyond that we never need to follow through on that. But thank you for seeing the things we are sometimes unable and unwilling to see.
Layne will nod and almost awkwardly pause, like Layne wants to say something. There are words there, you could feel them. And he swallows them.
There's a few steps behind you, and Marin walks beside you a few feet away to the end of the corridor and is turning in the opposite direction to go elsewhere to begin to fetch weapons. And then, right as our paths diverge, there is just a very, very careful, right on the outer edge of your armor. She taps 2 fingers and will cast Death Ward on you. And then we'll silently turn and head away.
Alright. Anybody else?
In the chaos of the evacuation, I assume that groups like the guard and like the faith are trying to keep things somewhat organized, keep people en route, keep people moving along in the right direction. Is there anywhere that either people would be gathering or that people would be getting routed through in great numbers to evacuate?
Yeah. Most roads in the city all lead past the tree. So around the Temple of Shade Solace itself is a steady stream of people and carts and animals, all looking a little groggy. Some of them are a little scared. Some of the children are predictably sleeping. Their parents didn't want to rouse them for this because no one wants this to be a core memory for their child. But there is a steady stream on either side around the temple.
I think Kai goes to this temple. This tree stands in front of it as the surges of people pass by, splitting on either side. Kai clears his throat. He doesn't know how many people are going to hear this or pay attention. But he feels he has to say something. Kai says, I know when you all woke up this morning, you were expecting a party. And, well, this is decidedly a turn of events. But I promise when we get back, we're gonna have one hell of a party. Look, you're all scared. Me too. I can't think of a time I've gone out as one of the hands and not been scared. But at the end of the day, I always think about what I'm fighting for. And it's for all of you. I don't know what's gonna happen to us. But don't think you need us for the Rift to survive. We might be the hands of the Rift. You all, you're the heart. Don't let any stupid demon generals or false gods ever let you forget that. And I don't think that above the table I have to, but I really would like to burn a 3rd level slot and cast Beacon of Hope, if just for the first sentence, this spell bestows hope and vitality.
Yeah. A small group of people clogging up the flow of the evacuation stops to listen to you talk, and eventually it all kind of comes to a little bit of a standstill. And a small elderly woman with a child on her hip shuffles up to you, and she takes your hand gently and she goes, "Thank you for taking care of us. We pray that you return safe." And she will shuffle off, and the flow of people will resume again.
Kai, with a little tear starting to well in his eye, is going to return to his duties, getting ready to leave.
Isla, I think, heads to the very center of the temple. Someplace safe, someplace where in a siege, or if the city is overrun, someplace where the temple will probably still be standing. And she finds a corner kind of by herself and writes the names of each of her companions kind of there on the wall. So that in case this all goes south, in case we fail, somebody will see this sometime in the future. We won't be forgotten after all of this.
You do so. It's a relatively shaded corner, and I guess Layne's roommate sticks his head out of the wall opposite where you are writing, and he goes,
That's nice. I should like to see you all return. It would be lonely without my roommate, I think.
If we don't, try to move on. Find another city or something.
Oh. I'll wait for you.
He sinks away to the
And Aster, on her own, fully prepared, still wringing her staff in her hands, finds herself in the same debriefing room that you all were brought to earlier, in front of the statue of the Rift Mother. Its eyes dark, and the room's actually pretty cold. And she goes, "Why us? And what comes after?" And she waits a long time, hoping that the eyes of the statue will flare to life, and that she'll get some kind of answer. But it doesn't come, so she turns around. She walks out, and she shuts the door and goes to rejoin the rest of you.
A cart has been procured. I don't think your terrifying bird creature can pull the cart.
If not, it can stay within 1 mile of me and still hear my commands telepathically. So I can have it circle above just to keep eyes out on our surroundings. I guess radio back if there are any disturbances.
All right. So a cart, and it's going to take longer than an hour to get to the portal, so making Kai a horse is kind of off the table now at this point. But a decent enough steed and a cart has been procured, and although you are all going against the flow of traffic, this is probably the fastest you've ever moved. People are parting to the side, to make sure, number one, they don't get trampled by you, and number two, so that they can, even if it is not in the way that they were hoping, see their heroes off. So who's driving? You should all be proficient in land vehicles.
Okay.
I will say that.
I was going to offer that I was,
Great.
but
Great.
I don't know. I have a +6. I don't know if anybody else is better at driving the cart.
I do not think I am better than that at driving the cart by a
You
margin.
should all have the same proficiency in land vehicles, so any one
We
of
all
you
have
can
+6
drive.
in
Never
land
mind.
vehicles.
I also never. Yep, I found it now. I do in fact. Oh.
Kai can drive, so he doesn't get carriage sick.
Okay.
Actually, I am normally the group's scout. Could I borrow your steed, Layne? If it's not going to be pulling the cart?
You certainly can.
Eyes in the sky.
All right, so we got 4 people in the cart and 1 person on a deer bird. Roll me a land vehicles check. And Isla, I'm assuming you're going to do a perception sweep?
Yes, I will do perception.
All right.
That is a 21 on land vehicles.
Good lord.
I have... Hang on. Oh, okay. Yeah, so dim light doesn't impose disadvantage on your perception checks. Oh, that's actually very good. I can do math. That's 31 total. That was an 18 on the die.
Oh my god.
I'm rolling well now, and then once we're in our actual characters, not gonna roll well at all.
I know, we were joking earlier, like, all right, we gotta bless Anna Maeve's computer before we start tonight. We're doing really good. I'm concerned about what's coming.
Surely our rolls will hold up that long. Surely they won't abandon us in our time of need.
No, that's never happened before. The dice...
All I want to do tonight is roll a sneak attack, because level 20 rogue with extra abilities, I roll so many dice. That's all I want to do tonight, and I will be happy.
Hell yeah.
In an effort to keep yourself uncarriage sick, Kai, you are handling this cart as if this was the only thing you have ever been made to do. You are expertly weaving past people, dodging uneven strips of road and unexpected rocks, and you are making good time. It does seem like you will make it to the portal as of sunrise as predicted. Isla, can you remind me what your number was, please?
31.
Oh god, that's not going to matter at all. You are flying around on Layne's borrowed deer bird. It has a proper name. A Periton.
I'm calling him Perry.
Perry.
Yes.
Out in the distance, somewhat on the slightly lightening horizon, is a little speck hovering in the air, and in the dark blue sky you can tell that it is a little orange speck, but as the sun begins to rise it starts to disappear and fade into the camouflage of the sunrise.
That's not great. I'm going to swoop down within 30 feet of the party, and I will telepathically say to Layne, I think I spotted flower petals up ahead, just hanging in the air, waiting for us.
How far?
GM, could I tell?
It's not enough. It's not close enough to be a problem at this time. And give me a insight from this distance. We'll say it's flat.
Ooh, that's a bad skill.
Oh no.
So that is, I rolled below a 10, so with reliable talent, that is, bumps that up to a 10 plus 1 is 11.
Okay. It's not terrible. You don't feel like Flower Petals is actively chasing you, but it is unnerving the way that she is staring from such a distance.
She's quite a ways. I don't think an issue, but she is watching us. And I think that is worse, that she is only watching us.
I don't know what to do. Telepathically. Isla, I know you have always been the scout. But would you feel safer traveling within 30 feet of us?
I don't think it matters how high I am. If she's close enough to attack me, she would be close enough to attack you all anyways. I'll keep an eye out. I'll make sure there are no obstacles ahead of us. I'll check in within 20 minutes. If you don't hear from me, help. I will, on parry, swoop forward and fly out ahead of our wagon.
So, after that unsettling encounter, you all reach the portal. Uneasy, but, intact. Not under attack, certainly. And the feeling of passing through the portal is, in itself, also a little unsettling. It feels like you will vibrate out of your skin as this magic passes through and around you. Everybody make me a con save.
That is a total of 9 with a natural 1 on the die.
Oof. Is this a spell effect?
No, this is raw, unadulterated magic.
Also, anyone within 30 feet of me or Kai gets a bonus equal to our charisma mod. So that's going to be a plus 5 from me. I don't know if Kai's is higher or not.
Kai's is also plus 5.
Okay. So 7 plus 4 plus 5 is 16 for Isla.
Okay.
For Marin is perhaps the highest I've rolled on any save in my life, which is a 38.
Oh my god!
I thought mine was high. I was going to say I got a 28.
Don't think I've ever rolled a save that got into the 30s. This is great.
Unfortunately, Kai is the only one that gets sick, which is not great because Kai is driving the cart.
Ugh.
But you feel the tangle of energy, in your core, as if you have just done several tumbles through the air. But you all otherwise land safely. You just have disadvantage on your next roll.
Originally, it looked as though you were going to land in the center of a town, and you do, but something is off. This definitely was a town at some point, but either time or other forces have reduced it to a shell of its former self. Several buildings are rotting away. Every inch seems to be covered in a thick layer of grime, and there are gouges and burns in the paths before you and all along the structures that remain. Whatever the ghost saw, this definitely was not it. Marin and Aster, Arcana check, please.
Right. That is a 7 Arcana check from Marin, unfortunately.
It's also a 7 for Aster, so...
Once again, the same, the twin rolls. Look at us go.
So you all pause briefly to take a look at your surroundings. You know deep in your gut that it doesn't feel right, but you don't have time to stop and consider it more thoroughly. You have a mission to complete.
Before we do anything, DM, may I drop one of my uses of Divine Sense to pick up any Celestials, Fiends, or Undead within 60 feet of me that are not behind total cover?
Sure. Which one?
Any of those 3 are flagged by Divine Sense.
Ah.
Yeah. It lasts for 1 round. Until the end of your next turn, you the location of any Celestial, Fiend, or Undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type, but not who it is necessarily. I can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hollow spell.
Alright. So there are no entities around, oddly enough. But your divine sense does still pick up on a deep, unsettling feeling. It seems like this site has been desecrated, which is strange given that this looks like an otherwise normal town. It outwardly doesn't seem like it would be of any real significance to the people on this plane. but also it now matches all the other surroundings as far as your eye can see. It's barren, dead, and dry, and you're starting to suspect that perhaps whatever happened here has also happened everywhere else.
I will convey that information to my compatriots, but otherwise Layne is all for just barreling into the town, happy to hear any opposition to that. Layne's not good at making decisions.
And stealth is always our friend. The longer we stay unseen, the less we have to fight.
And it was our downfall last time.
Alright, if you're gonna move stealthily, everybody give me a stealth check.
That is a 10.
1 second,
That's-
I forgot to roll.
That is also a 10.
5.
Plate armor disadvantages.
We're doing great.
Rolling disadvantage plate armor is fun.
It's fun. Yeah. It's
We
fun.
are in.
It's fun. It's fun.
We are in like dim light, right?
This is a plane of perpetual twilight, so it is definitely not the brightest place. I would consider this at least dim light.
Okay, so then I get advantage.
I don't think it'll help much, but I got a 12.
Thanks to advantage, I got a natural 20 for 37.
Oh my god.
The lowest I can roll on stealth is 27, just so you know.
Insane.
Ooh.
Am I also having Perry the Periton roll stealth as well? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Okay, I was hoping that Isla's amazing roll would extend to the mount, but because it does not, I just roll it at normal.
Isla
Don't roll
is
that with
on the
advantage.
mount. Isla could hide on the mount.
Oh, the Periton rolled an 18.
Okay.
The Periton is stealthier than me, which is good.
And also
So-
me.
I probably got off the mount as we came through the portal.
That's probably a good idea.
If these buildings are like burned out and broken down and all of that, Isla will give the group a look and step kind of to the side, and she turns translucent, see-through. She turns into a ghost. She's going to kind of float forward ahead of the party, and I would like to check these buildings. So this is, what is this called? Ghost Walk.
Okay.
So I'm going to ghost walk through these buildings ahead of the party and see if there are any threats.
It is, no pun intended, a ghost town. It seems like this place has been long abandoned. There's rotting food on the tables, mold and plants sprouting up in unexpected crevices, linens torn to shreds and glass busted out of their frames. There's no sign that anyone has been here in a while, and the buildings definitely seem like they're going to collapse if you poke them too hard.
As long as I'm not seeing anything, I'll continue scouting in ghost form. I can stay this way for 10 minutes.
Okay. It's almost eerie how quiet it is along your journey, despite, the clanking of the Destroyer, the Shepherd, and the Martyr. It's more unsettling still as you travel down the road and the gates of the city come into view. You feel like you should have seen somebody by now, but you haven't. What's worse is that there are no guards in sight, and both gates are open.
As the party approaches the gates, Isla's head pops out from the wall. I don't see anyone. It's literally a ghost town.
Marin does just jump slightly, despite having seen you take your ghost form. It's still... You're so stealthy, it is every time. Well, this is beneficial to a concerning degree, isn't it?
Starting to wonder if perhaps the staff may be with the army.
There's only one way to find out.
And if there's no one to hide from, we can move with some not inconsiderable speed.
And you do so. And it is as empty as the town you landed in. You make your way through what should be guard-riddled streets, given your previous experiences, but doors are left open. Banners flap lazily in the breeze. There is not a single soul in sight. You make your way up the hill, through the gates embedded in the inner ring of walls, and practically stroll right into the sanctuary of the First Star. It has never been this easy. And then you see why. Sitting on an empty pedestal is a singular piece of paper that reads, "Aw, sorry we missed you this time. But don't worry. We'll take good care of Glimmerwood and your goddess. See you next time.
Is there anything else in this room?
Stained glass windows, beautiful floors, a little bit of sunlight. But besides the note in the pedestal, nope.
How far away are the stained glass windows?
Like 15 feet? You gonna
Okay.
break a window?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Judgment of the Rift and chuck it through one, and then immediately recall it to break another one.
Yeah, Isla at the same moment breaks another, just throws a stone through a window in a very uncharacteristic move for her. Isla and Layne on the same wavelength in this moment.
Aster pipes up in the back. What the fuck?
We got played, is what?
We lost.
Marin is looking at the note in one, gloved chainmail hand and just standing very, very still, and as the windows start to break, just starts to crumple the paper tighter and tighter and tighter in their hand, trying to rip it apart.
If we were expected here, then we need to get out of here as quickly as possible. There's no way they have just left an empty city without some sort of trap.
I will drop the shreds of the note to the floor and then just turn around and start running back the way we came.
Do you all follow?
Yeah, Kai follows for sure.
I think Isla stands there probably longer than she should have. Longer than she should. What's the point? We played right into their plan. There's no way we'll reach the Glimmerwood in time. I think she just sits down in one of the pews here in the temple.
I'd like to burn one more use of Divine Sense, because what's the point at this point? I'm not going to need this skill anymore.
There is. Once again. Nothing.
Is it still desecrated, though?
No. This space is actually hallowed.
Interesting. I'm going to get on the Periton and fly through another window.
Aster starts pulling at her arms. We can at least make a last stand, right? Or we can do something, right?
We can't stop them from reaching the Glimmerwood, but we can attack their rear. Try to take some of them down with us at least, I guess.
That's the spirit?
Marin is honestly almost heedless of the rest of you and whether or not anyone is following or pursuing, is running to the cart, running back the way we came towards the portal until her strength gives out or she can run no more. As far and as fast as she can. She understands tactically, logically, that it does not matter. And she will run anyway because she has to.
Kai is on your heels. At this point, more just trying to catch Marin than anything. Crying out from behind, wait, hold on, we can't just wait for just a second. Desperately just trying to reach Marin, and I don't know if those words get through. But he's trying.
I think at some point, I don't know how far back it is to, how close it is to the portal versus the city, but at some point, movement speeds regardless, my strength will start to flag, and you will probably be able to get at least a little bit in front of me, I would say. So I think you're able to get there if you so choose.
Yeah, I think Kai gets there, also huffing and panting and out of breath. Marin, what are you doing? We can't just... we can't just run there. We have to regroup, have a plan, go together, do something.
Marin is fully trying to, push past you and continue onwards. No, we have to go back. There has to be something. She has to do something. She loves us. She loves them. This can't be... Kai, there has to be something we can do. Kai.
I can only think of one thing. If you had to ask her one question, what would it be? And Kai is going to burn a 5th level spell for Commune and try to contact their deity.
Marin's hands are just still like she's on your shoulders as she's still kind of trying to run futilely. Just, what do we do? What do we do?
It has to be a yes or no question.
I think that's what Marin would blurt out to Kai, how you choose to facilitate that, since that's definitely not a yes or no question, but Marin doesn't know what else to ask.
Have they reached Glimmerwood yet?
There is a almost blanket of cool air that envelops the two of you, and you hear a soft
No.
I believe this spell comes with 3 questions. The second question, have the people evacuated?
Yes.
And the third question, is there still hope?
There is a long pause, and then a softer.
Always.
Thanks for dining with us today, folks. We sincerely hope you enjoyed today's offerings. And if you're hungry for more, well, you'll just have to come back next month, now won't you? Until then, you can follow our cast and crew on social media, all links in the description, and check out everything our heroes are up to in the interim. Until next time, stay safe, travelers.